Our top story, Pakistan has again decided to provoke India, and this time with its lecture on Kashmiri Pandits. The Pakistani government spokesperson Tasneem Aslam said that any plans to resettle Hindus in Jammu and Kashmir is a violation of the UN Security Council resolution. The statement coming days after the Mufti government and the centre were in talks to resettle Kashmiri Pandits. The Indian government has hit right back at the Pakistan Foreign Office and rejected all charges of trying to change the demographic makeup of Jammu and Kashmir by creating special zones to settle Kashmiri Pandits. India countered that Hindus, Muslims and Sikhs are part of the state's demography, and rehabilitating Kashmiri Pandits is not a violation of the UN resolution.
Any effort to create special dedicated townships or zones, or any other step to alter the demographic makeup of Jammu and Kashmir is in violation of the UN Security Council resolution, and we have already seen how the people of Jammu and Kashmir are resisting it.
देखिए, डेमोग्राफी जो जम्मू कश्मीर की थी उसमें कश्मीरी पंडित, वहां के मुस्लिम्स, वहां के सिख्स उसका एक इंटेग्रल पार्ट थे। और स्वाभाविक है कि जब हम पुणे विस्थापित लोगों को वापस भेजने की कल्पना करते हैं कि लोग वापस जाएं, जो हर राजनीतिक दल का है कि जो लोग वहां से उजाड़े गए हैं वो बाहर जाएं, उसमें हर धर्म और मजहब के लोग होंगे। ये स्वाभाविक है कि कश्मीरी पंडित संख्या में ज्यादा होंगे।
नहीं, देखिए, जहां तक भारत का प्रश्न है, भारत की नीति बड़ी स्पष्ट है, और आप यदि किसी प्रस्ताव का उल्लेख करना ही चाह रहे हैं तो करिए उल्लेख उस प्रस्ताव का जो 1994 में भारत की संसद में सर्वसम्मति से सभी दलों ने मिलकर पारित किया था, और जिसके अंतर्गत ये प्रस्ताव था कि जम्मू कश्मीर भारत का अभिन्न अंग है, और यदि जम्मू कश्मीर को लेकर के कोई विषय है भी, पहले तो है नहीं, यदि है तो वो मात्र इतना कि पाकिस्तान के गैर कानूनी अधिकार में जो क्षेत्र है, जिसे हम कहते हैं पाक अधिकृत जम्मू कश्मीर, वो भाग किस प्रकार से जम्मू कश्मीर में और भारत में वापस उसका विलय हो।
All right, for more on this story, let's go across to Shuja ul Haq, who joins us live from Srinagar. Morning, Shuja. Of course, the huge issue of debate here between Pakistan and India is, on the violation of the UN resolution. If you could take us through, for the benefit of our viewers, what that resolution actually says, because the government's position, India's position is very clear on this issue. There is no violation because this is just a case of, the natural inhabitants returning to their particular region.
Well, Sanket, it's not just one UN resolution. There are in fact several UN resolutions that are there on the issue of Jammu and Kashmir. We know the history, how the entire war of 1947 was fought on the issue of Jammu and Kashmir, and how even as we speak, 1/3 of the land of the state of Jammu and Kashmir lies with Pakistan, which Pakistan prefers to call as Azad Kashmir, and India prefers to call it as Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So and also we will have to acknowledge the fact that some of the portion of Jammu and Kashmir is still lying with China. So this is an issue, this is a dispute which all sections and all countries have accepted and have constantly been working on in terms of dialogue, process and talks. But when it comes to issues like these, the settling of Kashmiri Pandits, there is a very divergent view. Number one, Kashmiri Pandits have been the residents of Jammu and Kashmir, Kashmir Valley in itself, and when it comes to their return, I don't think there is anyone on the on the soil of Jammu and Kashmir or Kashmir Valley who opposes that. There have been apprehensions with regards to how they should be settled back, because a lot of people have been saying that if the government of India or state government wants to create separate settlements for them, it will go against the integrity and the entire process of integration. Their return should happen to their own native places, their own areas where they have been belonging to, something that the government will have to take a call on. Now in this entire thing, what is missing is clarity. Remember, we've been talking about this issue even earlier as well.
Absolutely.
Neither the state of Jammu and Kashmir nor the government of India has been coming out clearly and saying what is their idea, how do they want to go about it, and this entire ambiguity is now being taken an advantage. I mean, the Pakistan is taking advantage of it.
That's exactly my point, Shuja. That's absolutely the point, Shuja, and I would like you to elaborate on this. The fact that the state government and the center is perhaps deciding on some form of rehabilitation of Kashmiri Pandits as well as others who were displaced for some reason or the other. What business does Pakistan have to, number one, comment, and number two, lecture on UN resolutions? It's an internal matter every bit.
That's precisely the point. Movement of people inside the state of Jammu and Kashmir is an internal matter, and the fact that Kashmiri Pandits have been residents of Kashmir Valley, nobody can discount that. Even most of the political parties, including the separatist parties, whose ideology is clearly on the opposite side, have been saying that. They've been saying that Kashmiri Pandits are welcome to come back. They should, however, come to their own native places, their own areas, regions, mohallas, wherever they belong to. And they have been giving an apprehension that if the government of India is wanting to create separate settlements, it will go against the ethos of how Kashmiris lived before this entire insurgency started. Well, that's a different point altogether. What we were trying to understand, or we were trying to ask, is why is it that there is so much ambiguity about it? If there is a plan, why is it that the state government is not coming out clearly? Even today, when even the Pakistan seems to be indulging into it, we haven't even heard a word from the state government as to what is it they want to do, whether they want to create separate townships, settlements.
So Shuja, in effect, what you're actually trying to say, is that Pakistan is using or trying to use this ambiguity to their advantage. They're trying to fish in troubled waters because the state government as well as the center is not coming out clean on what their plan is to rehabilitate people. That seems to be the message that perhaps Shuja is actually trying to tell us. Shuja, we'll keep coming back to you for more on this story. Of course, it's going to turn a little political also because India has decided that it is not, whatever the discourse may be within the country, it's not going to allow Pakistan to lecture us on this particular issue.